everyone, you're watching Fluent Talk Daily, where we help you speak English confidently every day.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Today's topic is something we all use every day, small talk.
Yes, small talk. Those short, friendly conversations we have with coworkers, classmates, or even strangers in everyday life.
Some people think small talk is just talking about the weather, but it's actually a big part of natural English.
Exactly. It's how we connect with people, how we start conversations, and how we keep English alive in daily life.
And for English learners, small talk is great practice. You don't need fancy grammar, just a few natural expressions.
Right. So today we'll show you how to start small talk, how to sound relaxed, and what kinds of phrases people use in real life.
Let's start with the basics. Greetings.
Greetings are the first step. The classic, "Hi, how are you?" still works perfectly.
Yes, and you can change it a little depending on the situation. Here are some friendly examples. Hey, how's it going? Hi, how are things? Good morning. Hey, long time no see.
All of those sound natural. Notice that none of them are too formal. English speakers often keep things simple and friendly.
Exactly. And when someone asks you, how are you, don't just say, fine, thank you. That sounds a bit stiff.
True. You can say, "I'm good, thanks," or "Pretty good. How about you?" Or even, "Not bad, just a little tired."
Yes, add a small detail. It keeps the conversation alive.
So let's build a short example.
Sure. Hey, Sarah, how's your day going?
Pretty good. I had a busy morning. How about you?
Same here. I'm ready for a break already.
That's natural, friendly English. Short sentences, easy rhythm, and a bit of personality.
Exactly. That's how small talk begins, with simple, real words.
Now, let's move to the next part, starting a conversation.
Yes, sometimes learners say, I don't know what to talk about, but you can talk about anything around you.
Right. The weather, a class, your coffee, your day, simple things. For example, "This weather's crazy today." "The coffee line's long this morning." "That meeting felt longer than usual, huh?"
Perfect examples. They're short, casual, and easy to say anywhere, at work, school, or a cafe.
And from there, you can ask a small question. For example, "Do you usually come here?" Or, "Have you tried the food here before?"
Yes, open questions work best. They invite a longer answer, not just yes or no.
For example, "Do you like working here?" "What kind of music do you listen to?" "Have you seen that new movie everyone's talking about?"
Those are all great. When you ask open questions, people naturally want to answer, and that's how real conversation begins.
Let's do a short, real-life example, something you might hear between coworkers.
Sure. Hey, how's your week going?
Pretty good so far. Busy, but not too bad.
Yeah, same here. I can't believe it's only Wednesday.
Right? This week feels so long already.
That's it. Small talk and action. You're not talking about anything deep, but it keeps the connection friendly.
Yes, and every time you do that, you're practicing natural rhythm and tone.
Let's talk about follow-up questions because they're the secret to good conversation.
Exactly. If someone says, "I went to the beach last weekend," don't just say, "Nice." You can ask, "Oh yeah? Which beach did you go to?"
Yes, or was it crowded? Or did you go swimming?
Follow-up questions show that you're interested. People love that.
Here's another one. I tried that new restaurant downtown.
"Oh, really? How was it?"
It was great. The pizza was amazing.
"Nice. I've been wanting to go there."
See how the questions make it flow naturally? That's how real English conversation sounds.
Now, let's look at reaction phrases now. Those short words people use to respond.
Yes, when someone tells you something, you can react like this. Really? That's awesome. No way. That's cool. Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Exactly. They make you sound alive, not robotic.
And they show emotion. For example, I got a new job last week.
Oh, wow! Congratulations! That's awesome!
Or, I was late this morning.
Oh no, what happened?
That's perfect, a small emotional reaction, just like real English conversation.
Here's another skill. Agreeing with people. You can say, me too. Same here. I know, right? Exactly.
These are great for connecting naturally. For example, I hate getting up early.
Same here. Mornings are the worst.
That sounds exactly like how people speak in daily life.
Yes, and these phrases help you sound relaxed, not too formal.
Now, let's talk about how to change the topic. Sometimes a conversation starts to slow down and you want to move to something new.
That's normal. You can use easy phrases like, by the way, speaking of, that reminds me. Or, oh, actually.
For example, by the way, have you seen the new cafe near the station? Or, speaking of food, do you like cooking?
Nice and simple. These short expressions help conversations move naturally.
Let's also talk about tone and body language.
Good point. Small talk isn't just about words, it's also how you sound.
Yes, smile a little, use a friendly tone, and don't rush your words. When you sound relaxed, people feel comfortable talking with you.
And even if your grammar isn't perfect, your tone can still make your English sound great.
Exactly. People remember how you make them feel, not how perfect your sentences are.
Now, let's show one more short example. This time, two classmates chatting before class.
Hey, did you finish the homework?
Almost. I stayed up too late last night.
Same here. I couldn't focus at all.
Yeah, I need coffee before I can think.
Ha, me too. Let's grab one after class.
See how that sounds? Natural, short, friendly, and full of real English.
Exactly. You don't need big words to sound fluent. You need real, everyday language.
So, before we finish part 1, let's quickly review what we learned. Use simple greetings like hi and hey, how's it going? Ask open questions to keep the conversation alive. Use reaction words like really? That's great. No way. Had short agreement phrases like me too. Change topics smoothly with by the way.
Perfect summary. All these expressions help you sound more natural in English. Not like a textbook, but like a real person.
Exactly. And in part 2, we'll continue with more conversation skills. How to keep the rhythm, how to respond naturally, and how to sound fluent and confident in everyday talk.
That's right. We'll also practice more expressions and short dialogues you can use right away.
Great. So stay with us for part 2, coming up next.
See you there.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English Academy.
In part 1, we talked about how to start simple conversations in English, how to say hello, ask small questions, and sound friendly.
Right. And now, in part 2, we're going to focus on the language you can use when you're already talking with someone, how to keep the chat flowing naturally, and how to sound like a confident English speaker.
Yes, because once you start a conversation, many learners say, I don't know what to say next.
Exactly. They run out of words or feel stuck. But don't worry. Today we'll share phrases, reactions, and little tricks that keep your English conversation alive and smooth.
Let's begin with short reactions, those small words that make you sound natural.
Ooh, that's a great one. When someone is talking, native speakers don't stay silent. They react with small phrases like, really? That's cool. No way. I know, right? That's funny.
Yes, and we use these all the time. They show emotion and interest. For example,
I finally finished my project last night.
really, nice job.
It was so hard I almost gave up.
I know that feeling.
Simple, short, and real.
Exactly. You don't have to give long answers. Even a few words show that you're listening.
Let's add another group of useful words, agreement phrases. These help when you want to show you feel the same way. You can say, "Me too." "Same here." "Exactly." "That's true." "I feel the same."
For example, I love Sunday mornings. They're so quiet.
"Same here. It's my favorite time of the week."
Perfect. These short responses make your English sound warm and confident.
Now, let's talk about follow-up questions, because that's what keeps the conversation moving.
Yes, because after someone answers your question, don't just say, okay, ask something related. For example,
"I went to the beach last weekend."
oh, nice. Which beach did you go to?
"We went to Sunny Bay."
Oh, I've been there. Did you go swimming?
See? That one simple question, which beach, keeps the talk alive.
Exactly. Here are a few follow-up question starters you can use. How was it? What did you like about it? Who did you go with? Was it busy? Would you do it again?
All of these are short, easy, and natural. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need curiosity.
Let's do another example. I started watching a new show last night.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
It's a mystery. Lots of twists.
Sounds fun. Where can I watch it?
Boom. 4 lines of natural English.
Exactly. It's all about rhythm. Ask, react, ask again.
Speaking of rhythm, another useful skill is changing topics smoothly. It helps when a conversation starts to slow down.
True. Native speakers often use small transition phrases like, "By the way, speaking of, that reminds me. Actually, oh, before I forget."
For example, by the way, have you seen the new cafe downtown? Or, speaking of movies, did you watch the one we talked about?
Yes, those phrases move the chat naturally from one topic to another. No awkward silence.
Now let's talk about tone, because what you say is important, but how you say it matters even more.
Exactly. English speakers often sound friendly by keeping their tone light and relaxed. They don't speak too fast or too serious.
Right. You can use little words like kind of, a bit, or sort of to sound more casual. For example, instead of I am tired, say I'm kind of tired. Instead of it was difficult, say it was a bit difficult.
That's a great tip. It softens your speech and makes you sound more natural.
Another one, contractions. Use them. Say I'm instead of I am. You're instead of you are. It's instead of it is.
Yes, it's not just about grammar, it's rhythm. Contractions make your speech smoother and more natural.
Let's show an example. Formal, I am happy to meet you. It is nice to talk with you. Natural, I'm happy to meet you. It's nice talking to you.
The difference is clear. The second one sounds relaxed and friendly.
Totally. Now let's add another skill. Sharing opinions politely.
That's a big one. You can't always agree with everyone, right? But you can still be polite.
Yes, here are some easy ways to share your thoughts naturally. I see what you mean. That's interesting. I'm not sure I agree, but I get your point. Yeah, maybe. I think a little differently, though.
Perfect examples. You're not saying you're wrong. You're saying, I think another way. That's friendly English.
Let's show it in action. I love working from home.
Oh, really? I like it too, but Sometimes I miss being around people.
See how polite that sounds? No argument, just sharing.
Exactly. And that's the kind of English that builds easy, positive communication. Let's also talk about ending conversations naturally, because sometimes you have to go, but you still want to sound polite.
Yes, don't just walk away. Try small, friendly endings, like, anyway, I should get going. I'll talk to you later. Good catching up with you. See you around. Take care.
Great list. Let's do a quick example. It was good talking to you, but I've got to go to a meeting.
No problem. See you later.
Perfect. Short and natural.
And notice that all these phrases are useful in any setting, work, school, or casual chat.
Absolutely. And remember, practice is everything. The more you use these small expressions, the more automatic they become.
Yes, you can practice with a friend or even talk to yourself. For example, while you're cooking or walking, say out loud, "By the way, I saw a great movie."
That sounds amazing.
I know, right?
It might feel strange at first, but it trains your brain to think in English.
Exactly. It's not about memorizing. It's about building a natural rhythm.
Let's give one more full example of a natural and friendly conversation using everything we learned.
Okay, I'll start. Hey, Mike, how's your week going?
Pretty good, just busy with work. How about you?
Same here. I've been trying to finish a big project.
Oh, really? What kind of project?
Just some design work for a client. It's fun, but kind of stressful.
I get that. I always feel the same before deadlines.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, did you hear about the new cafe near the station?
Oh, yeah. I went there last weekend. It's nice, a bit noisy, but good coffee.
Good to know. Maybe I'll check it out.
You should. Anyway, I've got to get back to work.
No problem. Talk later.
See you. There we go. Natural, short, real English.
Yes, and nothing too formal or too deep, just normal conversation flow.
So let's summarize part 2 quickly. Use small reactions like, really? Or, that's cool.
Ask follow-up questions. Change topics with phrases like, by the way.
Use contractions and a relaxed tone. End politely with short phrases.
Perfect summary. These are the tools that make your English sound alive. Not like a textbook, but like real life.
Exactly. And remember, fluency isn't about speed. It's about connection.
Yes, speak simply, speak kindly, and don't worry about mistakes. People remember the conversation, not the grammar.
Well said. Thanks for joining us today, everyone.
We hope you try some of these expressions this week. Start small, stay curious, and enjoy speaking English.
See you next time on Everyday English Academy.
Bye, everyone.